Hello, I'm Mira. Today, we bring our focus of moving through core and breath to pre-Pilates exercises. We start with fundamental Pilates movement and techniques. The following classes are created with progression in mind. So let's begin. Let's go to the mat and we're going to start the class seated. Find a comfortable sit, cross-legged, maybe diamond leg position, or perhaps you can tuck your feet under and sit on your heels. As usual, we sit nice and tall, align the pelvis, the rib cage, the shoulder, the neck, and your head. We'll begin with some breathing. Inhaling through the nose into the lower rib cage. Exhaling through the mouth. Allow the abdominal, the rib cage, the chest to deflate. And let's go. Inhale. Perhaps observe, how is your breath today? Has it got a lot easier? Has it not? Can you breathe a little longer? Can you exhale a little longer, a little deeper? Just observe. It's day 3. We've been breathing for 3 days in a row. Last one here. Let's move on. We're going to move on into our transverse abdominis connection using our breath. So remember, the strengthening core class. We inhale, diaphragmatic inhalation. We exhale. We have 3 stages of the transverse abdominis. We've got the lower abdominal, the middle abdominal, and the upper abdominal. We contract all of them together simultaneously, creating a nice tight corset-like sensation around our spine. We go. Inhale. Exhale. Two more times. Last one. Excellent. All right, let's lie supine, lie on our back, turn to your side, and lie on our backs. Have your knees bent. Have your feet on the ground, parallel position. Your hips, your heels, approximately about a fist distance apart. Now have your pelvis and your spine in a comfortable position, which means if you just sort of gently rock the pelvis, just gently, and then you slowly bring the pelvis into stillness. And that will be your pelvis position for the day. Okay. Now the arms are long. Your spine is nice and long. Your feet spreading down to the ground here. We take ourselves into that transverse abdominal TVA engagement again with our breath. So inhaling through the nose into the rib cage. We exhale. We have the imagery of the scarf or the band wrapping the lower rib cage. the middle, not the lower ribcage, the lower abdominal, the middle abdominal, the upper abdominal, and all 3 layers drawing in. We in-breath. Exhale. In-breath. Let's leave the pelvis bone and the spine, the lower backbone alone. So we're not taking ourselves into rocking. We're just going to keep the position and see how much can we tighten that midline around our spine. And 3 more times. 2 more. And the last. And let it go. And now we're going to rock our pelvis. Place the heel of your palm on top of your hip bones, and your fingertips will diagonally fall down and bring the 2 fingertips together to the fingers towards the pubic bone. And the thumbs will join the middle, creating a triangle-like position with your hand. And place the hand on the pelvis, and we breathe. We exhale, we draw the tibia in, and then we allow the pelvis to rock using the abdominal. And now the lower back is imprinted to the floor and your bottom comes off the floor. And let go on the in-breath. Exhale, deflating the abdominal so you feel the belly pulling away from your hands. And you rock the pelvis and in-breath. Exhale. In-breath, rocking away. Exhale. Moving with your breath, focusing on the TVA, then the rock of the pelvis and the lower spine. 2 more times. In breath. Last one. In breath, and bring the pelvis back to your starting position. Now we move on to our knee drop. So we want to stabilize the pelvis here, right? Your hands will be a tactile cue. I want you to, as you breathe out, I want you to open one thigh out to the side while keeping the pelvis nice and stable. In breath, bring the leg back in. I'm just going to stand up. I can come close to you as we do this. So I have my hands on the pelvis. I'm going to open one knee out to the side. With that, bringing the pelvis with me, I'm going to just let the thigh bone move out and pull back in. And we got the other side. Keeping the pelvis nice and stable. And the other side, keep switching sides. And come back. Come back. The idea here is to create pelvic stability while you move the thigh bone away from the center. It's a challenging part with the lower abdominal here. And continue. Open one leg out and bring it in. And open the other leg out and bring it in. Again, only go as far as you can. Keep the pelvis nice and stable. And bring in. Last one. And bring it back in. Well done. Bringing one knee to your chest and the other one to your chest too. For some hip circle, we're going to bring the thigh to your chest. Compress it. Your bottom can come off a little bit, and then we're going to pull the thigh away, making a circular movement and bring them together. And now, just breathe. Restoring the hip joint, inviting some blood circulation back into the hips, mobility back into the hips, moving with our breath. One more. And then we reverse the other way out. In breath. Last one. And center. Let's bring the leg away from me, down to the floor, and bring the leg closer to me up to a tabletop position, hoping that the pelvis stays in somewhat balanced position here. Now let's press the hands against the thigh. We're going to activate that oblique muscle. So as we breathe out, we push down with our hands, and I want you to put a break from the thigh or with your thigh. And we go. We breathe out, we push down and hold it with the thigh. You're going to feel that same side obliques contracting and engaging as you push and release. 2 more times. Exhale. So pushing away, pushing the leg away, hold on and relax. Last one. Again, making sure that the neck is nice and long too. And release. Lower that leg down and bring that leg up. And off you go. Pressing down as we breathe out. Push down, push down, push down. And release. Again. We press. And release. Last one. Still have that openness sensation across the front of the chest. And release and lower the feet down. Let's take the arms up to the sky here. I'd like you to just reach up. The shoulders will come off the floor, and then we're just gonna drop it down and release. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Let's turn the hands towards the legs here. Now I'd like you to inhale, bring the arms overhead without disturbing the ribcage. So allow the ribcage to lengthen down to the pelvis. Exhale. Down. Inhale. Lift the ribcage alone. Just move the arms. Exhale. In breath. So I want you to contract or engage the upper abdominal as your arms go overhead and down. And with the arching the upper back off the floor as your arm move up and down. Inhale. 2 more. Lengthen the ribcage down. Exhale. Last one. In. Exhale. And let it go. Let's turn towards me. I'd like you to bring the bottom arm nice and long. Bend the knees. Stack the legs. Have the feet aligned with your spine. Imagine you are lying on your side against a wall here. You can have the top arm in front of you here. I'd like you to just drop the waistline down. Now here, as you breathe out, I want you to pull in the abdominal, the TVA, lifting up the bottom obliques, creating the spine in one beautiful straight line. And let it go. You can have your hands here in front of you. Exhale, slide, pressing down with the hands as we lift. I'm going to put my arm here so you can see what's happening with my spine. Exhale. I'm lifting, I'm lifting, I'm lifting. And I let it go. 2 more times. And let it go. So we are working up the obliques here. And let it go. Help yourself up. Other side. Okay, here we go. Same thing. Stack the legs, align the feet and the spine against the imaginary wall behind you. We drop the bottom waist. We exhale. We lift. In breath. Exhale. We lift. In breath. If you palpate the bottom waistline, you feel a little tension in that abdominal muscle. In breath. Pulling up. 2 more. Last one. Well done. Okay, on to our front. I'd like you to stack the palm of your hands one on top of the other. Have the elbow nice and wide. Have your legs long behind you. Make sure your feet are not wider than your pelvis. I'd like you to engage your hamstring, your back leg muscle. Right here, into a back extension exercise we call the diamond press. Now float the head just off the floor. Now we inhale into the lungs. And as you exhale, I like to work and lift that tibia muscle off the floor. And then as you inhale, we're going to glide the shoulder blades and gently lift the upper back up off the floor. So we are activating our upper back muscle here into an extension position. The neck is long. And making sure that the lower spine does not collapse down to the floor, but you want to think about the lower spine lengthening down to the pelvis and to the feet, and we lower the chest down again. And again, we inhale, gliding the shoulder blades, lifting the spine nice and tall. Lower back is nice and long. Exhale, we return. Inhale 3 more times. We draw the shoulder blades down. We allow that movement to take our upper back up. My back of the leg muscles are active. My abdomen is active as I lift my upper back. And we go down. And inhale, last one here. We're lifting, feeling that mid-back drawing towards the lower spine. The neck is long, the gaze is still down to the floor. And we release. Well done. Bring the arms on the side of the shoulder. Push the floor away with the arms and pull up with the abdominal. And push yourself into a rest position where your pelvis is going to sit on your heel. The arms are going to be actively reaching away. And the back is long. In breath. Exhale. One more. Exhale. And we roll the spine up, nice and tall. And you're done. Well done for completing the class with me today. I'll see you back on the mat tomorrow. Have a great day.